Hey there, everybody. It's your girl Barbie J here with the recap and review of Tyler Perry's comedy drama, The Oval, Season 5, Episode 15, Dark Secrets. In the synopsis read, Jason exercises a power play involving Nancy. Hunter makes plans to shake things up in the district. Well, you know what that means. That means Agent Isaac is going to be on the case. And before we get started, if you have not subscribed to this channel as of yet, please take a moment right now, hit that subscribe button, then hit the notification bell and select all, and it'll let you know every time I upload any new content to this channel. Then I ask that you smash that like button, write a comment, and share, because sharing is caring. So this episode starts off how the last week's episode ended, with Jason with a knife to Nancy's throat. She's saying, who are you? You know, what's going on? She don't know what's going on. And he was like, I'm asking the questions here. And he asked her, did she know Priscilla? Then he said, do you know Sam? I need you to call Sam now. So when she calls Sam, Sam's actually at the house with Richard. And Richard is leaving. But before Richard leaves, he gets a phone call and it's Barry calling. But nobody's on the other end of the phone. So I guess it's somebody who has Barry's cell phone. So Sam said, I'll put a trace on it. You go ahead and go to work. Then he gets Nancy's call and she's telling him that she needs him to come there right away. And he was like, is Priscilla there? Are you setting me up? And she's like, no, Priscilla's not here. She said, but I need you to come here right now and come alone. That's what she told him, come alone. And he's like, what's going on? She said, Sam, please. So So Sam said he'll come. Then Jason still got the knife. She's telling him she's not a threat to him. He's like, everybody's a threat to me. And he tells her what happened, that his parents tried to kill him and poison him and stuff. And she's like, what are you saying? And he's like, you don't even care. She said, yes, I do. I do care. But then she told him, just sit down, and I could cook you something to eat. Let me make you something to eat. No, no, no. She said, look, I hear your stomach growling. I said, oh, snap. He must really be hungry. You're hungry. I got to feed you. He was like, no, I don't trust you. She said, then you just going to have to stab me. And you could tell he don't really want to stab her. So he finally sits down. She said, you can watch me. Don't worry about it. He's like, you might try to throw something hot on me. She said, just watch me. I will not throw anything hot on you. It's already cooked. So now we have this wasted scene with Dale and Kyle. Basically, it's a filler scene. We got Dale saying he wants to leave and he's going back to Alan's house. Kyle is saying he thinks him and Alan are a couple or something like that. Dale is saying, great, that way your crazy boyfriend, talking about Donald, won't think you and I are a couple. And was it me or did Kyle looked red? Did he just come from the beach? He was just so red and orange, or Dale is just so pale and white. I don't know. It just looked, the two of them together look funny. But anyway, Kyle asked Dale, does he like Sharon? And he's saying if he be nice to him, he could get Sharon out. And he's like, how? How can you do it? And Dale keeps telling him he doesn't trust him. He don't trust him for as far as he can see. And I'm with him on that. And he's like, well, you'll just have to see then. But I can help you if and I'm offering you a place to stay. And Dale is like, I just want to go. So he said, well, you can't get out that door. I locked it. So you might as well wait for me to take you home. He said, fine. Well, take you to Alan's house. So now we in the White House bunker. And there's Victoria, Kareem, and Antonio. And Victoria's asking them, who are they? What are they doing here? Kareem told Antonio, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Don't talk to them. He is such a biatch. He just keep running his mouth, spilling the tea, and he starts telling her his name is Antonio. He owns a pharmacy and all. She said, She said, oh, you're the Kareem that owns the pharmacy, and you're the idiot that make this concoction. She got on Antonio, and Antonio's like, what? And she went off on him, and he. He talked so much, told about the DEA agent and speaking to Hunter, and she told him he talked too damn much. You're the one that I have to thank for being in here because you told him everything. He said, I just want to get out of here. Can you get me out of here? She said, do you know where you are? And Kareem is like, I want my attorney. I want my lawyer. She said, you ain't getting that. You in the White House. He said, I'm in the United States of America. I want an attorney. She told Antonio that she was going to get him when she get out. She was going to make sure his tongue get cut out. She said, and he better hope whatever Hunter has in store for him that he died, because she's whatever she do is going to be 3 times as worse, and she going to make sure he paid for it. And so she turned her back to him, and Kareem looked at him and said, "So, how did that go?" He said, "I told your ass not to talk to her. I told you don't say nothing." And stupid Antonio's like, "I was just telling everything because I thought, we could get out." He's like, "She's in here with us. How's she going to get you out? You're so dumb." And Kareem said, "I told you, you can't trust these people." And Victoria turned around and said, "You better listen to your cousin. You can't trust us." I said, "At least she said us." So next we have a scene with Cal and Desiree. She comes to relieve him. They're in the car talking, and he's letting her know that Bobby isn't very trusting. And so she said, "Should I go and try?" And he said, "Yeah, go and bring some tissue." Remember, Bobby was crying the other day, so I don't know what that was all about. So she goes over there to talk to them, and they're checking her out, saying she's sexy and stuff when she comes over. They saying it before she gets there, but she's telling them we're on the same side, and they're like, "We don't think so. We don't know that." She said, "We're here for the kid, and we're looking for the kid too, and we want to take them down." He's like, "What are you talking about?" And she said, "Guys, we're on the same side." They said, "Oh, okay. So if we're on the same side, why don't you fill us in on what's going on?" I said they were funny. They were acting so silly, and they kept asking her who she working with, and she wouldn't tell them. And she said, "Why don't you check your source?" But she did slip and say her, let her know or something like that. And they said, "Her, we work with a lot of hers." And he said, "Especially him." He said, "Yeah, I'm Bobby, baby." I said, "Oh my God, they so stupid." I thought that was funny. So bottom line, no, she didn't give any information other than her and actual trusted source and all of this stuff. So she walked away and left, and she's telling them to use their brain or whatever, trying to insult them. Bobby's watching her walk away. Max is saying, "Stay focused." He said, "I am." He said, "Not on her." And so Bobby left out to go. I guess he's going to go ask. I'm wondering if he's going to go ask Simone, because they didn't say where he was going. So now back at Alan's apartment, Desiree shows up, and she lets him know that there's 2 agents out there. Did he know about it? He's like, "I don't know. I guess so." Alan's being real snippy, probably wanting to know why she's there. And, she's talking to him and everything. She said, he said, "I got it. I got it. I did it. I did everything you said. It's all right. I got it." "Did he come back?" "No, he hasn't come back yet," and he's just real snippy. And then she said, "Oh, you got company." He's like, "What?" And she said, "Somebody's coming." And he said, "Oh, that's Dale. Well, he's getting out of an agent's car." "Yes, I know." "Oh, you know who that?" "Yeah, I know. He's okay. He's good." She should know that's the agent from the other day when she was listening to him. So he tells her to go out the back door. And I'm sitting there going, since when Alan got a back door? Did he have a back door? Then that's what Jason went out. He didn't have to crawl up this wall or crawl out the window. Anyway, Dale comes in the front door. Alan asks if he got any useful information for Kyle. Dale says, "Not really." Something like the Alan's disappointed, and he's clapping like, "Great work." Like, what use are you? And Alan, he doesn't like that Dale had Kyle bring him back there, because he's like, Donald's going to be wondering why you're staying here too. So he told him, he said, "I didn't want Donald to be thinking I'm with Kyle. So I told him to bring me to your apartment." He said, "What? So they think that we together?" And he said, "Yeah." He said, "I mean, really?" He's like, "Oh, dude." And he said, "Donald ain't gonna believe that. He ain't gonna believe it because I know the guy. He's not gonna believe it." And he said, "And even if he did believe it," he said, "I don't want him coming after me. He might try to try me now, and I don't need that right now." And I was laughing. I was like, he right, Donald might try him. And, poor Dale is sitting there going, "You know what? Virginia seeming real nice to me right now. I wish I had the money to go back." I said, Alan should have just told him, here's the money, you could leave. But he didn't. Now we back at the residence, and Hunter has Agent Isaac coming in there, and he's saying he need his help helping him to get out of bed. And he's like, all of a sudden, it's like his legs don't work, and they're having a hard time. I said, well, he got down there well enough to catch Victoria and Eli getting it on with the crutches. So he couldn't get out, and he got back in bed. And he said, you know what? He wanted him to go get Donald. And he said, no, I'm going to call my office, have them get Donald. And he's asked Agent Isaac, are you ready? And he's like, ready for what, sir? And he said, to take over. He said, I'm going to bring his ass up here, and I'm going to fire him right now. And he's like, well, sir, please don't forget that I have to bring my own team. And he said, they soldiers like you? And he said, yeah. And Hunter just smiled. But that's the same line they used last week. They just reusing the lines, y'all, as we all know. Anyhow. Next, we have a quick scene with Bobby calling Max. Bobby is at, I guess, the VP's residence, and he said Eli left without him. So he's going to get to the White House, to the Oval, and it hasn't been swept. So he's asking Max to go and get it, sweep it. Max is like, I knew this was going to happen. I'm always having to cover your ass. And he said, yes, you always have to cover my ass. Just do it, because nobody's there. I'm here and waiting for the second lady. So, go and do it. So he's like, fine, I'm on it. Because remember, he has the camera set up in there, and the Oval has to be swept, so they don't want the cameras to be found. So now we have another boring scene with Donald and Lily. Oh, God. And she gives him a message that the president wants to see him. And he's like, why didn't you give it to me earlier? It was important. She said, I don't know. Just felt like not giving it to you, I guess, or something like that. So Donald took this moment to tell her that they found that cute officer and that they gutted him like a fish. And Lily was like, you're really evil. You're like Satan. And she said, all that man was trying to do is help me. And Donald was like, he didn't even care. He was like, now he could help the buzzards or something like that. And she doesn't believe him. She feel the pics are like photoshopped anyways. And he's like, well, at least now you know you can never leave me. And she's like, yes, I got it. This is my prison and I'm okay with it. Then Kyle shows up and Donald tells him to bring those sexy lips over there and kiss him, and they put on this whole big show of kissing and everything in front of Lily, and she was just yawning like, this is boring. Can y'all do something like jerk each other off? Maybe that's more exciting. She told him she'll just watch porn on TV because they're boring. It was all of that. And it was so ridiculous. But he asked Kyle, why is he there? And Kyle said the president's office reached out. And Kyle added, I thought you were the president's office, so I found that kind of strange. He said, yeah, it is. So they hurried up to leave out, and they kissing some more and telling Lily, I know you want to check out his butt. And Lily's like, oh, God, please just go. Anyway, when they leave, Lily decides to call Bobby saying, I need you. And Bobby's like, look, stop calling me. You made your choice. Now stop. Just stop calling me. And he hangs up on her. And at this moment, Simone comes downstairs and Bobby tells her to check her phone because it was ringing. She said, oh, no, I'll check it later. And he said, check your email. She said, how did you know it was an email? He said, just check it. And that's the video he sent her. And she's watching that video, Eli and Victoria having sex, and she is pissed. She is totally pissed. And then it ends with Nancy and Jason. And he's eating that food and he's tearing it up. She said, it's good, right? He said, yeah, it is good. And he said, I wonder what's taking Sam so long. And she's like, I don't know. You want me to call him again? And he said, do you think he called my parents? And she said, why would he do that? She said, didn't you say he was helping you? He said, yeah. She said, then he'll be there to help you. And at this moment, all of a sudden, all these men come running in there with the samurai looking, the mask, ninja type mask things on. And looked like one guy didn't have a mask behind them, was walking in, but I didn't get to see who he was. But it looked like a white guy, so we'll see what happens, but that's how it ended. Y'all let me know down in the comment section what y'all thought about this episode. I didn't think it was that great. I give it maybe a grade of a 6 or something like that. It wasn't really that exciting. Let's just put it that way. Everything felt like a filler. Like this whole episode was a filler. So y'all tell me what y'all thought about it, and I will see you all in the next video. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. It's your girl Barbie J saying peace.